So magandang araw mga Kapinoy Channel. Ito po ang iyong lingkod, si Isagani Fabi. Nag-iisa po tayo ngayon. Hindi po ako masasamahan ng ating partner na si Jeric Mendoza. Anyway, so nakita natin over the past several years yung pag-usbong ng negosyong Pinoy. At kaakibat niyan ay yung pangangailangan ng mga resources kung saan sila hihingi ng tulong at kung ano ng mga organisasyon at or mga non-profit organizations dyan na pwedeng tumulong para lumago at mas lalong lumaki ang kanilang negosyo. So andito tayo ngayon. Joining me is Darla Lindberg. She is the President and CEO of the Chamber or the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce. So welcome to Pinoy Channel, Darla.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me start by you giving us a short background of what the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce is.
Okay, the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce is an association that was started by business for business. Essentially what we are is an organization that speak for business and advocate for business. If there are certain issues that are affecting local businesses, it can be a tax issue, it could be a municipal policy issue, it could be a federal issue. If they're having problems, it's our job to speak for them. It gives them anonymity and it allows them to have a greater voice. We have over 1,400 members of our Chamber of Commerce.
Just in Saskatoon alone?
1,400 businesses, over 1,440 businesses. And we have a lot of employees that belong to those businesses that we consider members as well. So you're talking about tens of thousands of people in our community that are impacted by the work that we do.
I've noticed in your name that it starts with Greater Saskatoon. Is there a meaning to that? Like, are the cities close by, like Warman and Martinsville included?
Warman and Martinsville have their own Chamber of Commerce, and that chamber is growing just like their communities. Saskatoon is also growing. Warman, Martinsville, and the Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce are all great organizations. And because our communities are growing so quickly, we are some of the fastest growing cities in Canada. It's important for us to be inclusive and make sure that we're including everyone. Now, our businesses range, most of them are right in Saskatoon, some of them are in Corman Park. We do have businesses that cross over who are members of ours that reside in Warman or Martinsville, and they have members who would reside in Saskatoon. So there's no restrictions, but we focus our efforts on the businesses in Saskatoon.
So what are the services that is offered by the Chamber to the members?
We have lots of services. Like I mentioned, our advocacy efforts are one of the services we provide. We offer educational series for businesses, so when they want to learn more about being an owner of a business or certain skill sets that maybe they need to have as a business owner, we'll help them with that. If their employees need some development, we can help them with that as well. We offer networking events because business is built on relationship. And by coming to these types of events and having conversations, you're able to develop relationships with other businesses that you can call up and say, hey, I've got a problem with this. Have you ever been through this? Or you might offer a certain service that my business could utilize, and you can start working with each other more. On top of that, we offer a lot of programs that we call affinity programs.
Affinity Programs.
Affinity programs. So our programs are like our group insurance program. About 1/3 of our members take advantage of our group insurance program.
So if a company is too small to get an insurance of his own, he would go to you and group together and negotiate a lower premium rate. Is that what it?
That's correct. And so our group insurance program is the best program, in my opinion, for small businesses between 1 employee or 1 owner and 50 employees. So if you're fitting within that category, we can offer you the best rates and most sustainable program going forward on a long-term basis for your business. So that's really important to our members because they want...
It is very important.
Yeah, they want to be able to attract and retain employees, and this is a way for them to do that. And we pool all of our group insurance program participants across the country. So the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce is an independent chamber. We have our own board of directors. Our board of directors dictates our direction, but we're part of a larger network. So there are approximately 65 chambers of commerce across Saskatchewan, and there are over 200,000 businesses represented by our network across Canada.
Just Canada.
Yep, and we work with other chambers across Canada to make sure our work is effective and done properly. But then on top of it, you've got a ton of chambers all over the world.
I know.
that we can pull resources from. So if you're looking for some information from Peru or Norway, we can call up those chambers and say, hey, we have a member who's looking for a supply chain contact, or we have a member who's wondering about your culture, or we have a member who's wondering about best business practices. Can you help us out? And they'll do that. So a membership through our chamber opens up a whole global world of business opportunities for our local businesses.
Very interesting, Darla. So if somebody out there would like to get in touch with the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce, how do they do that?
Well, we have a website that you can check out.
Okay.
It's saskatoonchamber.com. A lot of information is on there. You can also contact us through that website. Our phone number's on there. Our team members are listed on there. We'd be happy to help you out if you're interested or want more information.
So is there any event that you'd like to tell our viewers in the next couple of months?
Yeah, well, we have lots of great events. One of our signature networking events is Chamber on Tap. It's an event that happens at LB Distillers every month, the first Wednesday of every month, and it's free. We invite businesses to come out, check it out. Basically, you network, you learn about what's happening in the business community, but then we also have a speaker that's talking about their journey through business, some of the challenges they faced and some of the opportunities they've had, and you can relate to them and learn from them in that environment. We also have an experiential networking series that we're starting right now. Today is actually the first day we're having it. It's Apex Trampoline Park, so we're inviting business owners and their employees to come out, have a mental health break, develop some team building through jumping on trampolines. If you want to do it in suits, you can, but you don't have to. And so far we've had some good uptake on that event, and we're planning to roll that event forward and do different experiential events in the future. It could be axe throwing, it could be bowling, it could be whatever. The sky's the limit, so we're determining where that goes.
Oh, thank you very much, Darla. That was really very informative for our viewers, and I'm sure budding entrepreneur Filipinos out there would be very interested to get in touch with the Chamber of Commerce. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity.